Hello, my name is Eddie Tofpik. I'm Head of Technical Analysis and Senior Markets Analyst at ADM Investor Services International Limited. Here is your daily technical analysis of Brent crude oil, spot gold, and Bitcoin. However, before we start, I just wanted to let you know that no AI, that is artificial intelligence, was ever used in the composition, production, or recognition of any of the patterns, levels, analysis, or on any related items on these, my charts. This was all authentic intelligence, all my own original work, as I think you deserve to have that. So with that, ICE Brent crude oil futures. This is my daily chart for ICE Brent crude oil futures. And I appreciate it's quite hard to read, but it is useful to me. However, I can see it can be quite confusing and challenging to anyone not used to it. So I've drafted a simplified version to help ease the explanations of what is going on. And we can have a look at it there. Here it is, and we can see the market yesterday formed an immediate countering bullish opening white Mariposa and bullish above the stomach pattern after the previous session's second consecutive bearish opening black Mariposa and third bearish black crow. We are back up, closing over the significant bright red neckline, currently at 89.07 of the September to November 2024 head and shoulders top, after rejecting testing the slowly rising gold long moving average below, which is currently at 81.09. The whole action since mid-May is still showing signs of being a descending scallop pattern, which is akin to an inverted letter J as a pattern, with the last week being the lip of the pattern. Now, if this is true, and it's still early yet, but if this is true, then we have a potential, and it's just a potential right now, down in the 55.66 zone. Of course, for this pattern to fully pay out, then we would have to break the low at 70.14, and that would be a story on its own. In the meantime, we have a lot of pitchfork tines around us, none really validated as yet, apart from the tines of the bright pink mid-December 25 to early July 26 shallowly bullish shift pitchfork, with an overhead bright pink middle tine currently at 101.78 and a bright pink lower tine below currently at 71.77. One final item, that is we are set up today to make a monthly key reversal. Thus, if we close on Friday either over 92.05 or under 72.92, then we're beyond. Anything in between, then we have a lesser outside month pattern. Right now, we are still looking at an outside month pattern, but just about barely. So far today, we're a lower open, but soon a move up over yesterday's high, as well as a Fibonacci congestion at 91.11 and 91.64, though we seem to have rejected it. But then as we did rise up, we were holding short of trying to fill in the gap we saw the market make on the downside over last weekend, between 93.60 to 95.13. Just remember those levels. Spot gold. A reactionary combined bullish piercing line pattern and bullish double plus outside day yesterday, after the previous session's second bearish black crow. We have Fibonacci and upper base resistances above between 41.04 to 41.61, which capped the market, whilst below we have the bright red middle tine, which is currently at 39.42 of the showrunner here, the bright red big late January to late February bearish shift pitchfork. In addition, we also have below the bright red middle tine the breached and now seemingly broken dark blue mid-May to late July downtrend, currently at 59.35. The action since late June seems to be forming a possible rectangle pattern, which, despite the length of time, is not fully defined as yet, but will probably be between the overhead congestion 41.04 to 41.62 and the lows at 39.43 for late June this year and 38.86 for October 2025. So far today, not much. Either side of, well, yesterday's close, basically. Bitcoin. A second consecutive, if slightly higher, indecisive doji cross yesterday, after the earlier immediate countering key reversal down and bearish engulfing pattern, if only just on the latter. Importantly, prices yesterday did not pierce the 50% absolute Fibonacci line of 63,129, though they did dip down to almost touch it. We've been playing this game with this 50% absolute Fibonacci line. We've been doing this since mid-July. Overhead, we have congestion at the March 26 low at 64,929 and the October 21 high, and now possibly July 26 high at 67,058. We seem to be drifting right now between supports and resistances, possibly looking for the next stimulus to move prices. So far today, small move higher, but not as yet reaching the overhead March 2026 low. Thank you for listening. This short version broadcast gives the essential market patterns and consequences. Please be aware of the risk disclaimer posted both at the front and at the back of this broadcast. Copyright is Eddie Tofpick and ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here comes the final important bit.